Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be doing something a little different and sharing how I put together my crystal shelves at home. But I'll be using my live sale table with the crystals that are currently available for sale to show you how I think through placement, balance, and flow. While I am a perfectionist, this is less about perfection and more about creating a setup that feels cohesive, aligned, and true to you and what you like. If you've ever struggled with how to display your crystals, this video should help. I'm going to do a quick scan. I have moved some crystals around, but I just kind of want to show you what we're working with here. And we've got some towers, some specimens, and this theme is a mermaid theme. So the shelf is going to be a mermaid themed shelf. And then I've got some crystals over here. On this shelf, I did have some optical calcites. I picked out the one that I wanted to put on there. And I do have some rose quartz shells. But this is what I'm working with. And I'm just going to kind of pick out the pieces that I think would go really well together and put them on the shelf. All right, here we go. So I like to start off with tall pieces first. So I'll say this tower looks really good, and I'm looking at all the towers on the right. These are Girasol on the right. And the reason why I put Girasol on this table is because I love this material, but it goes well with the mermaid theme, because what causes that milky effect in these towers or in this material is minuscule trapped fluid. So okay, let me make an adjustment because apparently I'm picking up some taller pieces that weren't fitting in the frame. Okay, so I like this tower, I like this one. I also like to make sure that I place them where they're reflecting really well with the light. This is an optical calcite, so it does have some rainbows. I think I'm trying to see what angle would show the rainbows the most, but we can get back to that. Don't want to take up too much time. And we'll put this one here. This one looks like bubbles. I don't want to cover the bottom of that because I think it's so beautiful. So I'll probably move this one down here, and let's see what else would look really good. I feel like that's enough for towers. I may add some smaller pieces a little bit later on, but let's see what else shall we add. All right, let's make it look a little mermaidy. So I'm gonna go with this clam right here. And since clams are on the ocean floor, I'm gonna put that on a lower shelf. And of course it does need a pearl, so going to pick this really pretty, don't know if you could see it, lepidolite sphere, and just kind of place that in there. And of course I'm going to angle it the best I can to where you can see it shining. Right, next I'd like to add some more sea looking things. So we've got this starfish right here. I would like to have it standing up, so I'll probably get some putty and put some putty behind it, but for now I think I can just lean it. And of course we need a shell, so I'm picking out a shell from the side, and I really like this one, so let's see, maybe we can put it here. And I will be readjusting things as we go, but for now, this is what we're working with. I like to pick out the pieces that I really like first, and then I kind of like readjust. I place them generally where I think they'll look good, and then I'll readjust. But as you can see, I put a shell here, starfish there, another shell there, and I kind of scatter things, and you see the towers are scattered as well. I love this amylite, so I will place this. Oh, it's another one that's always on the bottom, so I'll put it there. And I would love to have this standing up, but I don't. Yeah, I'll probably have this propped up as well, so maybe it'll probably be over here. And then I feel like that's too much over here, on this right side. So I'll take the starfish and I'll place it to the other side. And then we've got some rose quartz carved shells. And I'm going to go with a really saturated one like this one. And here, let's put that here. I don't want anything to cover that. It's got a little druzy bottom there. So we'll put it there for now. And let's see what else. I've got some orbicular ocean jasper. So I'm going to place one. This is actually one of my favorite ones. I'm going to place that down here. And I feel like since it's a mermaid theme, we've got to have a lot of thingamabobs down here. But what I'd also like to do is, because we have thingamabobs, I would like to place a really cute abalone shell. Let me try to find a really nice sized one. Let's find the biggest one we've got. And I'll place that abalone shell there. And I'm going to put a lot of the smaller things here. And in that abalone shell, I'm going to place cute little crystals in there. And I've got these little starfish. So I'll place a starfish. And I also have these itty bitty rose quartz. So I'll place one of these in there. And it's really small. So I just kind of want to put different things in there. And of course, I've got to put one of these. It's an ametrine mermaid tail. Place one of those in there. And you can just scatter them. Also, on the beach, you like to find a bunch of fun little things, right? Like lost items. And so we'll put this little paper clip, cute little heart paper clip right at the edge there. And those are my thingamabobs. I'd also want to add something that looks more oceany, which we've got this piece right here. This one's really tall, so I'll have to figure out where to place it. But that is calcite. It does look like coral, so it's going on this shelf. All right, it just started raining again. It might be a little bit loud, but I think my voice projects loud enough where you'll still be able to hear me. I did place this here because it does look like coral, but it is kind of tall now that I'm looking at it a little more, and I have a lot of tall things already, so you know what, I'll swap it out. I will swap it for something shorter, same material, shorter. I really like this coral look, so we'll put that here. And it probably won't stay there. I'll probably put it somewhere around here where it's not blocking anything, and it's kind of placed right in between. I am placing it in between these two pieces so that way it's not really covering anything. I really like to be able to display everything in a way where you can see it all and you're not really covering much. It is pouring outside right now. Anyway, hopefully you can hear me well enough. I am going to add one of these sea urchins. I love these so much, so I'll put that over there for now. Or maybe it'll look good right next to that starfish. I think I like that. I do feel like a little crystal needs to go here, and I'll probably pick this really cute pink fluorite seashell. I'll put that right there. Let's see how that looks. It might be a little bit too big for this spot, so I'll swap it out. And this is literally what I do. Oh, this is really cute. This will go up. And I dropped it back there. Hold on one second. Okay, I had to make a few adjustments to go grab this little guy, but this is a cute little citrine fish. I'm going to add right there. I think that looks really good, that section. Super happy with that section right now. And let me readjust this because I had to move it out of the way. Okay. I will adjust it more because I do like everything shining at me, right? If it shines, I want to see it. Of course, I have to pick one of these. Just found something I really, really like. It is a lavender moon quartz. And I think I'll stick this piece right here. Again, smaller things, you like to go to the bottom, bigger things above. Because if you put bigger things down here, it just kind of gets off balance. And I did find a cute little tower. You do want to add a little bit of height. Doesn't have to be too much. That I think goes really well. And ooh, I did find this blue chalcedony with some druzy pockets. I'll place that there. And this I think could go right in front of it. So we're going to have to find something to put in that spot. And let's go with one of these. I'm not a huge fan of aura. I'm not a huge fan of altered crystals or enhanced crystals. But sometimes some things will hit my soul right. And I would say Angel Aura is one of those things that does that for me. So we'll do this one. And I'll place that here. And I will have to readjust a little bit. And that one might be too big, so I'll hunt for a smaller one. Yeah, I've got a smaller one here, so you want everything to fit nicely, comfortably, and I think that one does it really well. And let's see, what else can we add? So we've got that there, we've got this shell here, and what are we missing? It's something here has to be like a medium height because I don't want to cover that, but I also don't want to I don't want it to be too short where this blocks that. And I may have to move this, so we will see. Just picking out still. Oh, I think I know what I'm gonna add. A sand dollar, and since there's too much over here, I think what I'll do is I will put the sand dollar here and I will move this over. Oh, you have to be super careful because things do fall and you will be upset if things break. I understand that that happens, and I try to do my best to not make anything fall, and I try not to break things, but once in a blue moon, I do end up breaking something. And I'm wondering if I should, okay, I think we can keep that. The issue I'm running into right now is I'm not sure what I want to put here because it can't be too short, it can't be too tall. Because if it's too short, it'll be blocked by this. If it's too tall, it'll be covering that. So I might have to adjust things a little bit. And I may have to put this tower up there. And I like to put things in some kind of order. So I might do that and then put some, maybe two things that tall or two things really short on that shelf. Or what I can do, I just came up with another idea. I can maybe put two of these, one on either side. I think that would look really good. And you guys are really getting some insight on how my brain processes just putting a shelf together. And this may not be something you like, but just make it your own. I mean, that's what I do with these things. I just make it my own, and I'm putting these at an angle. It doesn't need to, everything doesn't need to be straightforward. And for some reason, I do like taller pieces to the left. I don't know why, but that's maybe because I'm a lefty. I don't know. But I do think those swapped look better. And so now I think we're looking good. And then this sand dollar I will prop up. All right, it's looking good so far. But we are missing a few things. I'll put a couple small things here. I'll probably put, I guess we'll figure that out. Oh, what I can do is I can put like a little bowl here. Oh, that's sliding down. I will prop that up better. So in this dish, I want to put more of my thingamabobs. So I think I'm going to go with this Larimar heart. Put that in there. I will put one of these blue calcite hearts. And I don't want to put pink things because I need there to be some contrast. We've got this big rose quartz, and that's a white. So I do want contrasting colors. So we're going to go with those two. Okay, now I think I'm going to add a seashell. Ooh, maybe I could put the seashell here. Yep, seashell's going right there. I can either put it there and put a small thing here, or just kind of put it here and then something there. I don't know. We'll figure that out. And we'll add one more thing to that. And you know what? Since we've got two blues in there, I'm going to add one more blue piece, and that would be this aquamarine heart. And they're all hearts. Huh, I didn't even realize that. So I put 3 blue hearts in there. I think I know what I'd like to add. And on this shelf, I think I'm going to add a flower agate star. Does it stand? Nope. Okay, that's okay. We can lay it down. If you want to prop that up, you can too. And a way to prop up pieces like that, and you could take some putty like this and just kind of place it behind, put it lower to the lower back like that. And it just kind of creates a little stand for it. This Amolite, you want to display the rainbow on that. All right, here we go. So the way to, I'm making a kickstand basically. So I'm going to put it here because this has enough to help it stand. So I'll put it there, and let's see if that does it. Yep. All right. So I'm going to put some more back here, make the kickstand come out more. And let's see if that works. There we go. And it worked. And I do think that we can make this look a little better by putting one more here. And I'm not going to prop it up because I don't want it covering that one, but I will lay this one down. And I think that looks adorable. I may not want that part exposed. I'll just put it like that. All right, so we've got, I feel like this bottom shelf needs maybe one more thing down there. Oh, no, I think it's looking pretty full. So maybe we'll leave it like that. Okay, we're looking good there. And let me just readjust these back here. I think that this shelf looks great. Got everything displayed nicely. You can see everything clearly. Nothing's being covered. We'll readjust this a little bit. I could put a little putty at the bottom of it and place it exactly where I want. And you know what, maybe just for the heck of it, I will show you how that works. So this is a tiny sphere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a really tiny piece of putty in there, and you'll want to place it in the spot you'd like. It does take a minute sometimes to really get it into pieces like this, but there we go. So now I have it centered. I think that looks beautiful, and I'm going to put it here on the shelf. And this, I could put this at an angle to kind of match that right there. That looks good. Fills up more space back there. And I think we're looking good. One thing I would like to do is maybe add, here, maybe I'll readjust the placement of this. All right, I think I'm happy with this. And I will do, let me see. I feel like this needs to be on an angle and this needs to come forward more. So I guess I'm not quite done. And there we go. I think that's good. What do you guys think? You could do final touches towards the end, like readjusting, straightening things. I mean, I could, and you can test things out. Maybe you'll like it straight. Maybe you'll like it on an angle. But just play with the pieces and kind of see where you want them to be and see which ones look better to you. And I will give you a final scan of what I've done. And this is how I arrange shelves, just having fun and whatever looks good to my eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you later.